then moving on, Doctors Without Borders wins case against La République du Cameroon. We have been bringing you up to date with happenings as it relates to Doctors Without Borders. Now, I can remember vividly that in December 2022, we informed you that they were stopped from working. Then on Monday, 9th January 2023, we informed you that they were charged. Well, Undaunted gathered that the ruling was handed down on December 29, 2022, but had not been made public. Well, the NGO's lawyer, Edward Esono, today has something new on the table.
Now, the Boya Military Court has just acquitted the leaders of the NGO accused of complicity with the Ambazonian restoration fighters. In a press release dated 10th January 2023, the organization said all charges have been dropped and all 5 staff who were accused of complicity with the freedom fighters facing trial in the La République du Cameroon's military tribunals have been released. 4 of the staff in question had to endure incarceration for many months. A section of the release reads,
well, following the release of 5 agents of the NGO who had been arrested while transporting victims of gunshot wounds to Kumba local government area and Kumba hospital, Stephen Greelocks, DWB coordinator in Central Africa, he said, "We are happy with the judgment which acquits the 5 leaders and further the organization Doctors Without Borders." Well, Doctors Without Borders, DWB, were then accused of being in cohort with the Ambazonian freedom fighters fighting for the recognition of Ambazonia. Well, the court has just delivered its verdict exonerating the NGO and its leaders. However, Doctors Without Borders regrets that its staff spent many months in jail, but also that Doctors Without Borders has categorically denied any complicity with the Ambazonian restoration fighters in these violent crises or conflicts. Our staff is guided by medical ethics, he says.
Now, these accusations were groundless from the first instance, especially as the authorities knew exactly how they were providing medical support. Accusing medical personnel for simply doing their job, threatening patients in front of them, is simply against all medical ethics. This is an underscore by Sylvian Gross, and he recalls, however, that his team still wishes to continue its operations in Cameroon and is ready for a discussion with the government. Quote, "We remain ready to continue the discussion with the powers that be to analyze the feasibility of restarting medical and humanitarian activities in Ambazonia under such preconditions." The WB release added that on November 1st, 2022, the Boya Military Tribunal ruled no case to answer regarding the situation of a community worker who had spent 10 months in detention.
He says, finally, on the 29th of December 2022, all remaining Doctors Without Borders staff members who had been detained were acquitted, the last of whom was released the following day. A judgment of acquittal was also declared regarding Doctors Without Borders project coordinator who had been tried in absentia. Another section of the release states, according to Stephen Gross, MSF coordinator in Central Africa, he says they are ready to return to work in the war-torn Amazonia if the colonial La République du Cameroon government permits. Well, despite our attempt to open a channel of dialogue with the government to ensure our teams can continue vital activities in Amazonia, the Yaoundé government has been unresponsive. This has made it difficult to reach an agreement that ensures good working conditions, guarantees the safety of our teams and patients, he says.
Well, Undaunted notes here that in December 2020, the colonial La République du Cameroon's government suspended the medical humanitarian organization in Ambazonia for reasons that they were collaborating with Ambazonia restoration forces. Many criticized the colonial La République du Cameroon's government for taking such a decision, as they believe that the organization was of great help to the population hit by the social-political crisis.